All right, ready?
Yes. Do I have a booger?
You do not. What is up, Watch fam? I am Christian from Theo and Harris.
I'm Michael, and today I have allergies.
Allergies? Is that what you have?
Yeah.
You know those Dayquil for the allergies? Dayquil honey for allergies?
Yeah.
I love how close I'm sitting.
There's a new flavor of Dayquil.
Makes me really
called Dayquil honey.
Yeah. I said, does it taste like honey? It's like, no, it tastes like alcohol. I said, have you ever had a drink before? No. So if you guys haven't noticed already, we're not in the office. We are here at London Jewelers Americana Manhasset location. Fantastic watch salon.
Yep.
We picked out a couple of pieces here today. Panerai skeletonized automatic, and we're talking about a Panerai submersible as well, which I believe you're wearing.
That is correct.
We're going to talk about the Omega Bond watch. We've discussed this before, but I think that this topic deserved a revisiting because Bond is out. Or like out next week. Bond's out like the 7th or something.
His film is out, and Daniel Craig is also out.
Right.
He's done.
Let's talk about Bond in a minute. As well as this watch. This is a bizarre watch that I hated. I used to hate this watch.
Yeah.
I saw this watch at a meetup a couple of years ago in like the beginning of like my watch, hobby, and I thought it was so stupid.
Yep.
Little did I realize, I actually love the Ploprof, by the way.
Blah, blah, blah.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, blah, blah.
What is that? Oh, this is the Brigade Tourbillons. What is that? Oh, it's the Omega blah, 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 blah. So all of these watches are here available at London Jewelers. London is hosting their annual watch fair next weekend here in Manhasset.
Yes.
All watches, a bunch of watch people hanging out, talking, drinking wine. How do you beat it? I will be here, so I hope that you guys, if you are in the area, the greater New York area, come by. It's a great event, probably one of my favorite all year, and I hope to see you guys there.
The Panerai skeletonized automatic, the submersible Black Ops edition. First off, tell me what you think about the watch, then I'll give you some information.
Well, okay, so I think it's very cool. I love the skeletonized dial. I wish that the accent color wasn't red. I don't like black and red.
Red and black, I feel like, is very 2010. Like 11 years ago, how old were you? 54 probably.
Yeah.
Like black and red was really, I was like, that's cool. That's a cool combination.
Yeah.
Now I look at it, I'm like, that's a pretty
not
cool. Yeah. We are kind of the guys that say what's cool. It's not. Any other thoughts? I know there's a date window, which you're not a big fan of.
No. See, you don't understand me at all. It's not that I dislike date windows. I have no problem with date windows. I don't like misplaced date windows. And in my opinion, the Cartier Tank Louis with a date window is just it's not for me. I don't think that the placement on that one is even so bad. I am just fundamentally against a tank with a date. It's just me.
It's just you.
So don't tell me about me.
You know what I was doing?
I don't tell you about you.
Anyways, also some other cool features is this is a GMT and it has an AM/PM indicator on it, which you don't really see a lot. I feel like on a lot of modern day watches.
Because usually you know if it's night or day.
You can usually figure it out by context.
What about this is so Black Ops though?
Okay, so they partnered with Brabus. They do a bunch of like Black Ops boats and stuff like that. This is their collaboration with Panerai.
Yep.
So they basically blacked everything out. Anyways, the big deal about this watch is that it's a skeletonized Panerai.
Yes.
Which, again,
I think it's cool.
It does feel very Black Ops. I like the case color and everything like that. But other than that, 3-day power reserve, which is huge.
I think that's normal for Panerai though.
True. I like seeing, I feel like there was a distinct time where I realized 48 hours or 32 hours is no longer the thing anymore.
Yeah, my watches never have the right time anyway, so I don't really care.
Yeah,
but
you didn't even put them on right. Usually they're upside down.
I get that that's good though. I get that. It's just not my love language in watches.
Yeah. What is your love language in watches?
I don't know. Small, gold, make me feel retired and delicate. 53 grand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is expensive, but for Panerai, it's not that crazy. Like out of the ballpark.
I don't know, I'm having a difficult time thinking of comps. I generally don't see skeletons that aren't high comps, like high complications. So it's difficult to say, okay, what other watches set the market for this? Which I guess is an interesting remark, right? Like Panerai kind of created a watch, the unique offering at its price point. It's just unusual. I can't really think of like another skeleton watch in that range. Because generally when there's a skeleton watch, either if it's AP and it's a double balance,
that's what I was thinking, like then you get a little too high.
Then you get too high, right? Now we're in the hundreds of thousands,
right?
You know, so I really don't know if that's a value prop or not. I mean, it's probably a lot of money. That's probably a lot of money.
No, and it definitely is a lot of money.
You needed us two morons to tell you that 53 grand was a lot of money for a watch.
Some people watch this,
Yeah,
they're
like, well, wow.
Yes, that is a lot of money.
I guess that is a
you
lot of-
idiots.
Oh wow, guy had a point.
Anyways, also 300 meters water resistant.
Anyway, cool, but I gotta say, that's a cool watch.
Yeah.
For a lot less money, 17.4, I actually prefer this watch.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And this is a lot of money too. $17,400 is a lot of money. But this is the Panerai Submersible Carbotech, 42 millimeters. That is the PAM 960. I like that watch a lot. I actually never really read about Carbotech before, so reading about it now was kind of cool. Let me actually read you from the Panerai site. To form the plates of Carbotech from which these components are made, thin sheets of carbon fibers are compressed at a controlled temperature under high pressure together with a high-end polymer, PEAK. Is their acronym, which binds the composite material, making it even stronger and more durable. With this structure, the mechanical properties of Carbotech are much higher than those of similar materials, or of those materials used in the world of watchmaking, such as ceramic and titanium. Carbotech is lighter than these and much more resistant to external solicitations, as well as being hypoallergenic and not subject to corrosion. So,
wow.
Okay, so that's cool. Well,
of course.
That's awesome. First of all, I'm on record. I love alternative materials. I think they're awesome, right?
Yep.
Very cool.
Yep.
And I love that this is every Carbotech Panerai is unique, which is also very cool.
You can see the design on the actual watch.
Exactly. My problem, which always goes back to like marketing, right? I don't know why that story isn't told more. Like,
and like
that's
louder.
Cool.
Yes.
Like almost from like a science guy, like a guy that understands chemical properties, a guy that understands.
Right. This is why you want Carbotech.
Yes.
This is what it does. Right.
This watch begs a story to me.
It's not the thing that should be researched. It's the thing that you should see this and be like, oh, that's cool.
That's the Carbotech.
Yeah,
that's cool. That's really cool.
Right.
It's almost like brainy. Like Panerai can almost take on like a brainy kind of identity. You know, we developed our own material and it's better than everyone else.
Right.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, $17,400. 300 meters water resistant, which we shouldn't have to say, but sometimes we do.
So,
which is a shame.
Yep.
But I like this watch a lot. I mean, it's ridiculous, but it's cool.
It's also a great size. I don't have a big wrist, and neither do you.
So this is 42.
Yep.
What do you think it wears like?
40. I mean, when I got it, when we pulled it out, even when it wasn't on my wrist, like maybe a little bigger than a 40 with the lugs, but I was like, oh, that Panerai will fit me.
Yeah.
Which is not something I usually say.
Yeah. I think I also looked at it next to a larger one, so it seemed even smaller. It was like 38, really. But I think that's a great watch, great size. It fits your wrist perfectly.
Yeah.
I mean, it really does.
It does.
Yeah, that's very cool. I mean, definitely a watch for the guy that already has everything. You know what I mean? Like,
100%.
But you know, we talk a lot about alternatives to more mainstream dive watches, and this is definitely one. Again, I think it takes a specific kind of person.
Yep.
But I think it's cool.
Same.
You know, I think we're also both at the stage of watch collecting where we're like, okay, we want something different.
Anything that's weird, we're like, wow, that's
it's kind of cool. So speaking of weird watches,
yes.
In the late 1960s, I actually didn't know this. While we were doing the space race, we were also as in human beings, not you and I, not even people like you and I.
Actually, the complete opposite.
The complete opposite of
right.
So very cool, adventurous folks.
Yeah, right.
I think driving out to like Bedminster is far.
We like to talk about incredible things that we're like, wow, this is a watch you could hike Mount Everest in. But we'll never do it. We will tell the cool guy about it.
I will wait for a good parking spot for 25 minutes rather than walk to the end of the lot.
Just hitting the horn every time.
I'll just wait. It's fine. I'll just answer emails.
Yeah.
I'm not going to venture down to the other end of the parking lot.
It's more dangerous.
It's dangerous.
We don't need to add that risk.
Only animals park over there.
There's less street lights.
In the late 1960s, while there was a space race simultaneously, there was a kind of like a sea race, you know?
Yeah.
A race in technology, development of technology to explore. That's it. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Right?
The Explorer era, kind of.
Yeah, Explorer era.
Yeah.
It makes perfect sense, right? With the spirit of exploration in the air, people caught it that weren't necessarily going to space. People caught it that were going into the waters. In that, many brands, both in watches and outside of watches, aided in that exploration into the sea.
Yep.
Omega released a watch called the Seamaster 600, which has since been renamed the Ploprof. The Ploprof gets its name from the plongeur professionnel, which means professional diver in French. So speaking of which, I could use a cigarette. That'd be nice.
Really?
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Let me go get you one.
Yeah.
Oh no, my fault, not yours.
It's just an old habits die hard.
Yeah.
I haven't been back home in Paris in a while. In my flat in Paris.
Christian just came back from Paris.
Someone commented today, hold on, I wonder where Christian was this week. He didn't mention it 8,000 times.
That short coat you got though is pretty sweet.
What?
That short coat.
Oh, so cool, right? The workers' blue coat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's sick.
We should talk more about clothing here. If you guys think we should talk more about clothing, comment.
Yeah, type your little fingers off.
Remember Dane Cook? He was like, we always type up here.
Yeah.
We just kiss the space bar.
Yeah.
And I headbutt it when I'm angry.
Yep.
No one's quoted Dane Cook in years.
Not even Dane Cook.
Not even Dane Cook. Whoever watched Vicious Cycle or Circle, comment down below.
But did you get the French short coat the short coat because it originated in France? Or was that coincidence?
No, I knew that.
Oh.
I knew that was a French thing.
Yeah.
But it was just cool.
Yeah, it was
cool. Anyway, this watch, the Seamaster 600, since renamed, came of that era. It was on the wrist of many famous divers, Jacques Cousteau being one of them. Another was David Stevens, I believe. I'm not really well versed in diving history. So
or people with two first names.
Yeah, it's had to be a Brit.
Yeah.
Anyway, very famous, very well known. Gianni Agnelli, not a diver, but an Italian businessman, very famous for his style.
Yes.
Gran Stile, also wore one. Very cool. Anyway, it's a bizarre watch. It almost looks unwearable because it is unwearable.
It is almost an inch and a half thick. It's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know how thick it is. I don't think it's an inch and a half, but you just made up a number.
What is this, 12 inches thick?
My mother, every time she sees somebody, she goes, oh, they're doing well. She must be making, I don't know, 2-3 million a year. I'm like, Mom, you made that number up just now. And that, as someone who actually works very hard, that bothers me that you did that. It bothers me that you do that. Anyway.
So this is about 6 inches thick.
Yeah, 6 inches thick. Hell of a watch.
Yeah.
I genuinely had no idea what it did, how it did it. I couldn't figure out how to get the crown undone for the life of me.
Right.
Right? Show them how. Or explain.
Here you are. You have the watch, there's this little orange trigger button, and you can do two things. You can turn the bezel while pushing it down, or push it down, and you can unscrew the crown.
Yes. Very cool.
Very
with
cool.
the crown, that comes out the whole crown guard.
Yeah, the entire side comes out.
Very cool. So this watch was retired in 1979. No more Ploprof. Reintroduced about 10 years ago, and then but it was in steel. And because it was in steel and the watch is so large, it was just far too heavy.
Yeah.
Reintroduced in 2017 in titanium, and this is what we have here. This to me is a fantastic watch. Yep. I think it's one of the coolest divers in the market.
Yep.
I think for under $14,000, $13,800, I believe. Again, unwearable to most, sure. But if you can wear this, if your wrist is a little bit bigger than mine, I don't even think it looks that bad on my wrist.
No, it really doesn't.
But if your wrist is a little bit bigger than mine, I think this is one of the coolest watches, biggest conversation piece.
Yep.
The quality is unbelievable. If you play with it, if you fiddle around with this watch, it's fantastic.
It's clever. It has a helium escape valve. It has a lockdown crown. It has the button on it.
And obviously a sapphire case back. I genuinely don't think you can miss with this watch. No. I like this so much more than I ever thought I would.
If you're the person that can wear that watch, you should be wearing that watch.
I agree.
Almost. You know what I mean?
Exactly right. And I know a ton of guys like Big John.
Big wrist John.
Yeah, Big wrist John. My friend Tori could wear that watch. I know a lot of guys with big wrists.
Yeah.
Or even just wrists bigger than mine. Oh, and what's kind of cool is Omega had experimented introducing the Seamaster 600 in titanium years ago, back in the 60s. Yes.
Whoa.
Yes. So the titanium thing is actually kind of like a nod to the past as well.
Wow.
It was just not technology that they could do on a budget back then. Now that they can, they can deliver it at a price point that's not affordable, but somewhat affordable. Back then, it was just not doable.
Wow.
Yeah.
Insane.
Yeah. Very, very cool.
Mr. Bond?
Bond.
The watch that you're wearing right now, I thought there was another Omega Bond watch coming out because the film was delayed so much.
Yeah, I know.
I was like, this is a perfect opportunity. We don't know what the next watch will be. This is it.
No, this is it. We've reviewed this watch before. It's a gorgeous Seamaster. This is the No Time to Die Seamaster. Faux patina, matte bezel, matte dial, perfect titanium bracelet to match the titanium case. I love this watch.
Yes.
This is one of the coolest Seamaster professionals ever made.
Agreed. I think it looks great on your wrist, but
under 10K too, sorry.
Yeah, was it 9?
Yeah, 9 something.
That's insane. It's a beautiful watch, but we're talking today about if you could design a watch for Bond, keeping with Omega, keeping with the style, what are some things you would either add or take away? I have some things.
You go first.
Okay. First things first, since he's such a dress guy, I have two things. One of them is a weird complication. The other one is just make a hand wind. I know Omega can do it now. We've done chronographs where even they have 200 or 300 meters water resistance. They don't need to screw it down. So I think it'd be cool to make it hand wind. super
but why
thin.
would Bond wear a hand-wound watch?
Well, because it slips under his tux easier.
By how much?
You're the guy that I thought would love that part.
No,
I think
Bond doesn't have time to wind his watch, dude.
Doesn't have time. Do you know what he does at night?
He's got no time to die either.
Do you know what he does with those women?
Oh, that's actually right. He's got plenty. He's actually got more time than me.
He's got more time than me, yeah. But the other thing, which this is a very long stretch. You know those old? It's like a Eincar watch where it was an aviation watch, and when it hit AM or PM, it would flick over the indices, so they'd all be red, then they'd all go green.
That is nuts.
But picture that with an Omega wave dial, white during the day or a different color. When it hits nighttime, he's going out to a black tie event, all black.
Wow, that's actually kind of cool.
That'd be cool, right?
That's actually pretty genius.
Like you hear a click.
The first thing you said, you were way off. Very stupid thought.
Bond would never love
Very
that.
dumb.
Yeah.
I'm glad Daniel Craig's not here, so he didn't punch you in the mouth.
Dude, Daniel Craig doesn't even like being in Bond. That's the best part of it all.
He's a great Bond, though.
Yeah, oh yeah.
He's a great Bond.
But every year he's like, man, it's stupid.
Yeah. At this point, he's made so much money doing it.
Yeah, right.
It doesn't matter. Plus, he's the coolest guy in the world.
Yeah.
Who's the next Bond? I don't know. You know who I would like?
No.
Idris Elba.
Really? That's what I was going to say.
He would be the perfect Bond. He's so Bond.
Especially if he kept his trajectory from
The
Satakoy
Office?
Steel to James Bond. It's just The Office?
Exactly. You mean you don't come from paper? No.
No. You know what happens when you put paper in fire? It melts.
No, I don't think Idris Elba. He was in the music video for, I believe, Lover's Eyes, right?
I don't know if it was Lover's Eyes. He was in a
I'm
different
not
one
asking.
too. Oh, okay. Go for it then.
I do that a lot
Who am I
too.
then?
I'll say to Michael, like, he's like, I don't know if that's, no, I wasn't asking you.
No, that's not a question. I'm like, I didn't know the answer either.
Yeah, no, it was Lover's Eyes, Mumford & Sons.
Oh.
Yes.
They're the band that's made one song, right?
Mumford & Sons?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they've made it 14 times.
But they're all amazing.
In fact, you know what? On the ride home here, we're going to listen to Mumford & Sons.
Deal.
All right, deal. Oh, I forgot. It was friendship.
I thought that was business.
Great. So anyway, I like this watch. Okay, what would I change about this?
Yeah.
I don't know. I suppose I would try to move it a little bit more dressy. I don't think this would go great with a tuxedo.
Right.
I don't.
Right.
I don't know what I would do though. I'd probably get rid of the bracelet. Maybe I would do a textile, like a single pass. I'm always single pass.
I was gonna say a beat down suede gray strap.
Yeah, I would do like a single pass textile. That might make it a little bit more formal for me.
So you just changed the band.
I would almost just change the band. I love this band.
I will say this watch is pretty hard to
great.
change. This is gonna be, I feel like, one of Omega's longest lasting watches ever. That is a beautiful watch.
This watch I think will be sought after 10 years from now.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah.
And no one's seen the movie yet.
Who knows if we ever will at this point?
Yeah, I think it comes out next week.
Oh, okay. We're gonna go see it.
You want to go see it?
Yeah. Oh.
What?
No, I have plans.
Oh.
Never mind. I have plans.
That was so awkward. I got left with my pants down.
I have homework to do.
I thought about that the other day. I said, wow, I'll never... Oh my God.
One time,
I'll never do homework.
One time this girl asked me out and I said I had homework and I forgot I wasn't in school anymore and she was like, what? And I was like...
When?
I forget when. Probably like a year ago. I was
should use
with
that.
someone at the time, but I was like, I got homework and stuff to do.
I'm a liar.
What do you come back? I said, I meant work. I meant work.
I meant work. I have a job.
Oh my God.
Yeah, no, I never like used like a great excuse to not go out with a girl because I always went out.
Yeah.
Like,
of course.
You know, of course. I don't care who they were. I was
I'll
like,
be there.
yes, of
I'll
course.
be there.
This is practice.
Yeah.
I will practice on you for my wife. I mean, like conversation.
Yeah, of course.
No, I
of
mean,
course,
like
of course.
practice dating. You know
like,
what
so
I mean?
how many kids do you think?
Yeah. I have a friend from college, Drew, and Drew always did that. He would, Drew Holden, if you're watching, he would almost on their first date bring up lifelong plans, children, what kind of house they wanted to live in, and then he wasn't doing it as a test. He genuinely was like, and that's where he was in his brain. And he would come back to like the frat house, and we'd all be hanging out, and he'd be like, okay, like, dude, this is all messed up. Like, she wants 3 kids, no way. I need 4 boys. I was like, Drew, what, dude? Like, relax.
Just relax, yeah.
You're 21, you know? And he's like, dude, but why go further with this if it's already showing big red flags?
Where's he from?
Outside of Boston.
Makes sense.
Drew's also the guy that had a very thick Boston accent.
You tell me about this guy.
A very thick Boston accent, which we all thought was real. Naturally, it was why would you second guess someone's accent? And then I was invited to his birthday party in the city one day, years after college, and some of his home friends were there, and they had no accent. And I said, hey, can I ask why you guys don't have an accent and Drew does? And they were like, yeah, dude, we didn't want to bring it up, but like, that's a fake accent that he totally developed in college.
What?
We're like, what? Like, yeah, we think he just missed home. We don't really know.
He really kind of packed it in, though.
Like, what? She goes, yeah, we went to Boston on a field trip once, but we don't live near Boston. It's like, what?
Weird. That is a very Massachusetts thing to do, though. People around like Sandwich, Cape Cod, they still also have an accent, and I'm like, you're not from there. Yeah.
You're from South Boston.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, all of these watches are available here at London, and this one might not be if I just walk out with it today.
True.
Did they suspect me? Did they suspect the guy that had it last?
I was smiling, walking out, waving, waving with the watch.
With the tag hanging out. It's been good.
And then just our faces.
Yeah. Anyway, they have a full selection, a full salon of watches and all these big brands. Of course, Panerai, Omega, and Omega, and Tudor, and Rolex, all these brands. JLC, IWC, Nomos, Oris, a ton of brands.